I'm Ari Takata Vasquez, and I'm the owner of Viscera, a boutique in downtown Oakland. Oh, this is Charlie. My mission is to bring retail back to downtown Oakland. We lose $2 billion annually to neighboring cities, and that's money that should be spent locally here for funding things like parks, other small businesses, other municipal needs that we have. In downtown Oakland, we're seeing a renaissance now, and a lot of that has been built by women of color who are opening up shops, even though they're being told, why downtown Oakland, it's never going to work there, it's unsafe, it's dangerous, it has this reputation. But we've built something really vibrant here. So I think it's important that we're here and we're role models for the next generation. I do all American made clothing because I think we as consumers now are so separated from the process of where things are made and how they're made and what we consume. So I think it's important for us to have American made products where I can actually tell you the name of the person who made this stuff, why they did it, how they got started. And it's a way to be more connected with the things that you own. And that's also why we do 3D printed jewelry, because it's customizable, so you can get something that's just right for you and not be one of 1,000. Over the last 2.5 years since Viscera has opened, we've really not only developed a shop, but a community space. So we have pop-ups where new and emerging designers and makers can interact with their customers and sell their products at a reasonable cost. We also do pit bull adoption events with Oakland Animal Services.